Is the universe around us a product of creation or chance? Did man come from monkey? Does God exist? What is the ultimate truth? This is a very important issue about which we should have complete clarity because life is precious. Now please watch the video to the end very carefully. My dear brothers and sisters, according to the science of cosmology, the universe was a compressed elementary body with size of almost zero. This elementary body exploded as per Big Bang theory to form a cloud of smoke. This means that all bodies of universe, including the earth, were one connected entity. This means that the universe had a start, and it clearly invalidates that the universe is constant without beginning. The science of modern cosmology states clearly that the origin of the whole universe was a cloud of smoke composed of highly dense and hot gases and particles. New stars are still formed from the remnants of the smoke. Since the universe had a start, it did not create itself, thus it was created. This is the very first point. This universe did not come into existence just like that, on its own. It cannot happen. It is impossible. Let us move further. When we use reason and scientific temperament, it is pretty clear that it is impossible for the universe to come by chance or by accident or by mere coincidence. Because we are talking about the vast universe with millions of galaxies that have been running in a precise system for millions of years. Galaxies with billions of stars move in their paths in perfect balance. No collisions occur despite the fact that billions of stars move across each other's paths. No collisions occur despite the fact that billions of stars move in their orbits in huge speeds that exceed the bounds of reason. The huge spaces between celestial bodies are essential for life on earth. Yes, Michael Denton affirmed in his book Nature's Destiny that the distances between supernovae and between other stars are critical for life on earth. In our galaxy, if the distances were less than the existing ones, planetary orbits would be destabilized, and if the distances were more, planetary systems would not form. The distance between the earth and the sun is precisely fixed so that we can have normal life on earth. If the earth and the sun were any closer than how they are now, living beings would burn up. If they were any farther, living beings would freeze. So in both cases, life would be impossible. The distance between the earth and the moon is precisely fixed for normal life on the earth. If the earth and the moon were any closer, the tides would increase and ocean waves would flood low-lying lands and the temperature would increase to a dangerous level. If they were even little closer, the moon would collide with the earth. If the earth and the moon were any farther away, the moon would be lost in space. If they were even little farther away, the tides would decrease and the oceans would become less mobile, thus reducing the oxygen level and endangering life in both the sea and on the land. I am asking, why everything has to suit the existence of life on earth? How can all these things happen by chance and so perfectly that we can live on earth? This is a huge question which atheists can never answer. Moving further, the right attraction between the earth and the moon is essential for normal life on the earth. Greater attraction would cause serious changes in the rotation of the earth around its own axis, in the ocean tides, and in the atmospheric conditions. Less attraction also would cause serious climatic changes. I am asking why all these things should be so perfect such that we can live on earth. Then moving further, atmosphere layers play different roles in protecting the earth. The atmosphere destroys meteors and prevents them from falling to the earth. Meteors can destroy cities. The atmosphere filters harmful radiation too. Harmful ultraviolet radiation is filtered by the ozone layer in the stratosphere. Infrared radiation is filtered by water vapor in the troposphere, and X-rays are filtered in the ionosphere. Why all these things should happen? How can all these things come into existence, that too by chance? Think about it. The magnetosphere layer called Van Allen belts protects living beings from the harmful radiation, celestial bodies, and particles coming from the sun and other stars. The atmosphere allows useful light rays that are essential for living beings. Terrestrial radiation is trapped by the atmosphere to keep the earth warm. When we come down to the earth, all essential elements such as water, air, light, land, etc. are found in amazingly equilibrium for plants, animals, and human beings to live and grow. Like the dogma of chance in the creation of the universe, again chance cannot create such equilibrium among the creatures of the earth. Finally, I want to present an example in front of you. Suppose you have traveled to a far remote land and you found a supercomputer with one of the inhabitants over there. Then, when you asked him, how come he got such a wonderful computer, and he tells you that one day he was sitting at home and all of a sudden the various parts of the computers came flying through the windows and started to gather to each other by themselves until a whole computer was formed. Can you believe that story? Definitely not. Definitely you would not believe it. If you could not digest the formation of a supercomputer by chance, then how can you digest, how can you accept the creation of the magnificent universe by chance? So my dear friends, my dear brothers, if you further make your study, you will come to know that evolution theory or the theory of Darwinism is a desperate try to explain the existence of life on earth. The theory serves as the scientific foundation for the philosophy of materialism that rejects the existence of God, the Creator, and call for no God, and life is nothing but matter, which is the essence of everything, organic or inorganic. Such people, they just follow their desires, they just follow their lust. They believe that man has come from monkey so that they can behave like monkeys. The evolution theory depended mostly on the person's powers of imagination due to the lack of high technology at that time. After the discovery of inheritance laws by Gregor Mendel in 1865 and the discovery of the DNA in 1950s, the evolution theory got completely collapsed. This is because DNA molecule and cell construction are so complex that it is impossible to believe that such complexity could happen by chance through the evolutionary mechanisms proposed by Darwinism. Thousands of scientists around the world refuted the evolution theory, and many books have been written to clarify its invalidity. Nowadays, evolution theory is nothing but a history. So the question is, if the universe and creatures did not create themselves nor came by chance, then who created them? The answer is very simple. The uncreated, the unborn, the indivisible, the first without beginning and the last without ending, the creator of the universe, the Almighty God has created it.